Hi guys, Miss Bakes a Lot here. So I made a recipe the other day for hot fudge, and I told you that is excellent on to make hot fudge ice cream cake from Big Boy, and I promised you I would make you the recipe for the cake part, right? So that's not exactly what it's for. It is for a Texas sheet cake, right? And so I'm going to make the whole recipe with the icing and everything, and it is phenomenal, you guys. It is not my recipe. That's from the Pioneer Woman, and it is an awesome recipe, but I'm only going to put the icing on half. And then the other half I'm going to leave with no icing and show you how I make a hot fudge ice cream cake out of it. However, if you want to eat it just with the icing, amazing. So I'm going to do half and half because my husband is insane and doesn't like the hot fudge ice cream cake from Big Boy. Whatever. So me and Cookie Monster are going to show you how it's done. Let's get started. All right. So to start off with, we need 2 cups of flour. Fluff your flour as usual. You don't want a super dense cake, right? And 2 cups of sugar. This makes a big cake too. Not big like, but big. And a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And stir that up very well. When that's done, set it aside. Okay, so you are going to melt 2 sticks of butter in a saucepan. I just have my heat on medium here. Okay, so once that's all melted, she says add 4 heaping tablespoons of cocoa powder. Heaping. So here I'm heaping them. Okay, give that a mix. And then once that's all mixed in, you're going to add a cup of boiling water. I just boiled mine in the microwave. And then she says to let it boil for 30 seconds, which mine was boiling. It's not boiling anymore. And that's blooming the cocoa, you guys. So when you bloom your cocoa, you pour hot water or milk or hot butter, hot anything over it. It blooms it. So you just get a richer, better cocoa flavor out of it. Then we're going to bring this mixture back over to our flour sugar mixture and pour this over the top. We're going to give that a stir. You guys, I guess I don't need Cookie Monster after all for this, which is crazy for me. I always use Cookie Monster. But I'm not going to mess up any more bowls than I have to, that's for sure. So give this a stir. Get the flour all mixed in. So then we need 2 eggs. 2 beaten eggs, she says. And then you need 1/2 cup of buttermilk. So put your buttermilk in with your eggs. If you don't have buttermilk, either you can make your own. Google how to make your own homemade buttermilk. Or you can, I bet if you use regular milk, it'll work. But I do have buttermilk because I was using it for something else. And then you need 1 teaspoon of baking soda. You're going to put that in your buttermilk egg mixture. And then you need 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'm going to use vanilla bean paste. You guys know by now if I'm baking, it's going to be paste. And if it's not baked, it's going to be extract. But if it's going in the oven, I'm going to use the paste. And if it's not going in the oven, I'll use extract. And then we're going to give this a mix. We're going to stir it into our mixture. Seems easy. See, I could have used Cookie Monster. Okay, so this calls for an 8 by 13 pan, which I just happen to have because I made I told you guys we have like a huge family. We have 6 kids between us. We have 6 grandkids. And then all of our kids have significant others. So when we have a birthday party, there's 18 of them plus 2 of us, so that's 20. When we have parties, you guys. So when I make a cake, either I make 2 cakes or I make big cakes. But if you don't have an 8x13 pan, you can go ahead and use your cookie sheet. Like if you have this size cookie sheet, go ahead and use that. But I wouldn't fill it to the top. So you might have like a little bit of extra batter. Because if you fill it to the top, disaster. So don't fill it all the way. But so yeah, if this is what you have, you can definitely use this. You can see it's a pretty thin batter. But it is going to rise a bit. Oh, I did line mine with parchment paper too, you guys. And then give this a little tap to get the air bubbles out. And this is going to bake at 350 for about 20 minutes. Because you guys, it's a very thin cake, so it doesn't take long. And I'm going to start checking mine probably at 17. Now in that same saucepan, I just, rinsed mine out and dried it. You're going to melt 1 stick plus 6 tablespoons of butter. Okay, so once your butter's melted, this time we're going to add 4 heaping tablespoons of cocoa powder. There's 3. No, 2. 3. You guys, I can't walk and chew gum, I swear. 4. So once you have all your cocoa powder in here, you're going to turn off the heat. And then you are going to add 6 tablespoons of milk. Regular milk this time, not buttermilk. You're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And then you're going to add 3 cups of powdered sugar. And then you're going to add a ½ cup of pecans. I love pecans. If you guys don't like them, don't add them. Or if you want to add walnuts or whatever. And that is it, guys. So as soon as the cake comes out of the oven, she says pour it on warm. So I'm going to leave it sit. And as soon as it comes out, I'll show you guys. Okay, so mine only baked 18 minutes, you guys. So start checking yours, especially if you're going to use the thinner cookie sheet. It'll probably go even quicker. So 18 minutes for mine. So here is our chocolate sauce. Like I said, I'm only going to do half of mine. I'm okay with only doing half because then it's going to be thicker on my cake. Or chocolate sauce, icing, whatever. So just spread that over. I'm going to try to keep it from spreading too much because I want half without. I'm going to let that cool a little bit and I'll come back and cut it. I'll show you what a slice of the regular cake looks like, which is still on its own amazing. Okay guys, so I went and put my pajamas on because it's 11:15 at night now. I had to wait for it to cool and everything. So here's the cake itself with the icing on it, with the pecans and everything in it. I might have licked my fingers a couple times with the icing. Amazing. You guys, phenomenal. On its own. This is my husband's piece. I'm a little bit jealous. However, wait until I show you my piece. Amazing. Wait. Okay, so I definitely made this 1000% too big, and I'm 100% not eating all this, but I'm definitely gonna try. So I know you know what I'm talking about now, right? The big boy hot fudge ice cream cake, right? And I'm losing all my stuff here. So I'm going to go give this the old college try. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you make this. Let me know if you love it. This hot fudge, you guys, amazing. This cake is the great vehicle for it. And have a great night. I will see you guys next time with another phenomenal recipe.